this is going to be my final for our humanities class. This was a very fun class. I look forward to taking another class with Professor DeVille in the future for sure. Maybe even reach out for some questions on some other classes I should take. But this was a great class. I look forward to showing you guys this presentation. Had a lot of fun. And again, just thank you. Oh, happy Mother's Day. All right, so for the first section, we are going to start with the arts for religious purposes. And for that section, I decided to go with the Artemision bronze statue. And the reason why I did that is because I am very, I like to look into all types of different religions and cultures and stuff like that, especially mythology. And the Greek mythology is, of course, one of the top influences of today's society. So this was definitely a fun section, or a fun a fun model that we went through this semester. So it was created around 460 to 450 BCE. What we learned in this class is that is known as the Golden Age. So there's definitely a lot of stuff going on. I know for the most part, I think that's when Herodotus was alive during this time. So he's a really, big historian, Greek historian. So this statue is still questionable on the identity. They don't know if it's Zeus or Poseidon. And the reason for that is because of, during this time frame, they go for a very, ambiguous look. They say he could be holding a trident or he could be holding a lightning bolt. So it's one of those things it's still up for debate. So it's kind of hard to figure out who he is exactly. And for the next section, we're going to deal with the funerary art. And that is the terracotta crater. Of course, like I said before, this is another Greek, art. And as you can see during this class, I was having a lot of fun because we talked a lot about the Greeks. So the reason why I picked this art is because of the details and the imagery. It kind of reminded me of ancient Egypt, and in that sense, I was really drawn to it because I also like to study the ancient Egyptians. I usually wear an ankh, but I lost that. That's in the story. My sister bought it for me, so she's real upset about that. But so the reason why I was drawn to this art is because of the details. It's a funerary piece, so it's showing the families mourning the individual. It also shows warriors with their shields. So I thought that was pretty interesting, especially during this time frame. I know there was a lot, going on during the, 6th century. And I would like to know, I guess for the most part, we really don't know just yet, but I would like to know what is the reason for the warrior body, or not the warrior, but the shield body, and the horses, and I wonder if it was representing a certain battle. or anything specific. Like, who is this for specifically? You have to have been a warrior or something like that if it's, showing stuff like that. So, yeah. So this was a really fun. Um, this was a really fun art to look into, and it's made out of clay. It is a ceramic pot. Honestly, I don't know how it survived this long, but it's amazing that it did. And yeah, this just gives a very unique glimpse into the society of Greek culture. And so I will move on to my next one, which is going to be art for propaganda. So for this piece, for this section, I decided to go with the Augustus from Prima Porta, or Augustus at Prima Porta. The reason why I decided to go with this statue, is because it has a lot of symbolism in it. When I think of propaganda, for some reason I think of like the Romans. They had a lot of bad government. A lot of it was what's the word? A lot of it was just bad. It was real political, and a lot of government and politics at that time were not very good people, and there was a lot of self-motivation. So this image kind of stuck out to me because of the little, it's supposed to be Cupid, and it symbolizes death because there's a dolphin underneath it. So they say that represents his son. This is a statue of Augustus, the first emperors of Rome. And from there, I really look into, or not look into, but a lot of historians and all that good stuff, they look into the imagery of the face, and they say they made him a lot younger. So from there, it's okay, they're trying to hide something, or not hide something, or portray a certain image, and they're trying to use this to, maybe motivate or just show this emperor in a really good light. So this kind of, hit home for the propaganda section. So for me, this was a very fun subject because of the Romans. They also played a big influence, in society. And I actually have a quote right here from Mueller talking about the different symbolism in this statue, and it's still up for debate on the time frame of when this was created. So they don't know if it was created in the 20 BCE or around the 5th BCE, so the baby represents the son that he actually had and died, and that's why they're not sure if this statue was created, after this battle, which was in 20 BCE, or during the time of the battle, which is kind of hard to say because of the symbolism within the statue. So this time frame, was a very unique time, and it played a big role. So at this point, it's still up for debate. So this was a very fun but it was a very fun project, and I would like to thank you again. And this last slide is going to be my sites, excuse me. Thank you again, and I hope to see you in the future, maybe see some classmates in the future.